question is, I have a child who, before they go to bed at night, turns the light on and off for a set amount of times before they go to bed. Do I need to be concerned whether they are suffering from OCD? I guess I would say it depends. Is this an isolated kind of thing? Are there other areas of their life where they seem to be demonstrating a need for order or symmetry, or the sense that they have to do something just so, or just right? I'd also want to know about the age of the child. There are things that happen developmentally over in early childhood. Younger children do tend to be maybe more particular with the need for order and following a schedule and a routine. That becomes perhaps less of an issue as they get older. So I'd want to know more about this particular child. How long has this been going on? As I said, is it associated with other behaviors that are concerning? Certain fears maybe of contamination. They won't touch certain objects, or they feel like they have to wash their hands more. Certain places they avoid. Certain fears that they have. A need for reassurance from their parents, a certain ritualistic way of saying goodnight. All those things I'd want to know more details on. So I wouldn't say just that one thing in and of itself would make me lean in that direction, but it would be enough of interest to me to pursue further questioning and get a broader history of what this child is like. If you do, as a parent, see this problem more broadly, and that's generally when someone is struggling with obsessions and compulsions, it isn't just restricted to one little area. It either shifts areas, or you see it in other areas of life as well. Now, we all in some ways fall on a spectrum of orderliness, perfection, desire for control, things like that. But someone, or a child, who takes up chunks of time with certain fears, certain rituals, like turning the light on and off at certain times, checking locks, checking windows, are the windows locked, checking them multiple times when it's clear the windows are locked, asking for reassurance from their parents. If there seems to be more of that stuff going on, I think it would be wise for the parents to consult a counselor who has some experience with obsessions and compulsions. It can show up in childhood for sure. It's more common late teens, early 20s when it develops, but it can occur in children. If it's a real sudden occurrence, one thing I would take the child to a physician and ask for consideration of strep throat testing. It's research has shown that some children, particularly with a more rapid onset of OCD, might actually have strep throat, and there's some production of, for lack of a better word, toxins that interact with the brain that can cause those kinds of symptoms. So I would want to consult a physician in that case, but at the very least, if it's been a more gradual onset, which is more typical, certainly I'd want them to at least consult a counselor on that.